So Sony is continuing to expand their really weird Spider-Man universe that doesn't have Spider-Man in it. Again, they're adding more and more projects. As we know, I think in 2018 there was Venom, 2021 it was Venom 2, 2022 Morbius. When are we getting more Morbius movies? Because I want Morbius now, and I'm not going to stop till I Morbin get it, you know? So, alright, enough with the Morbius giggles. Essentially that was there. Then I think next year we're getting Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web, which, oddly enough, Kraven the Hunter looks like fucking shit, I'm not gonna lie. It looks a bit, I don't know, like a 2000s superhero movie, and he's supposed to be a villain. And when you play Kraven in the game, you realize, holy crap, that guy's a fucking beast guy, and you realize we're gonna have to compare that to this movie, and it's probably not gonna be as good. But then, the Madam Web movie looks very good. I mean, the actors in it look very good. Shout out the chick who plays Dora the Explorer, and the chick who plays the chick who's always crying on my Instagram shorts in Euphoria. Anyway, there's reportedly some more projects that are coming to this. Apparently, Venom 3, as we know, it is filming. It is coming. A Sinister 6 movie is apparently coming as well. And not just that, pretty much those were the only two that we knew of after 2024 was Venom 3 and a Sinister 6 movie. We're actually getting 2 TV shows. One for Silk, who is a female spider character who I believe essentially gets bitten by the exact same spider that Peter Parker does in the comic. She was actually teased, Cindy Moon was, at least, which is her, again, non-superhero name. She was actually teased at the end of Marvel Spider-Man 2, where Miles Morales' mum is now dating this Asian bloke, and he's got a daughter named Cindy Moon, who will obviously turn into Silk and will be probably in the next Spider-Man game. Again, so not only are we getting her in the Spider-Man game, she's getting her own little TV show, which I believe is in the works at Amazon at the moment. But also, we're getting the first Spider-Man character in the Sony universe, it looks like, in Spider-Man Noir, with his series reportedly moving forward with the Punisher's showrunner at Amazon Prime Video. The Spider-Man Noir live-action series in the works at Amazon has brought on Steve Lightfoot, Netflix The Punisher, as a co-showrunner. The show was reported to be in the works at Amazon back in February. Oren Uziel is the writer of the project and will serve alongside Lightfoot as co-showrunner and executive producer. The Untitled series will follow an older, grizzled superhero in the 1930s New York City. The show will be set in its own universe and the main character will not be Peter Parker. Again, I'm not gonna lie. Why am I still on my phone? I don't know a whole lot about Spider-Man Noir. I only know the Nicolas Cage version in the Into the Spider-Verse movie. But what we do know from what we see in that is the dude's a pretty nice character. He's a fucking badass is what I'm trying to say here. And I think there's a lot of really interesting stories they could tell with this, especially in the 1930s where you've got world wars literally all around. You've got this character who's like a Spider-Man. Like, I think America could have used a Spider-Man to help them, obviously, defending themselves in the world wars. And you've got this guy who's legitimately just chilling right here in the 1930s, and this makes me think, oh my god, this is a pretty cool idea. Interesting thing though that this article does obviously talk about as well is that this Spider-Man Noir will be set in his own universe, which is kind of interesting considering I'm pretty sure Silk is obviously in this Venomverse situation. So I'm guessing the Spider-Man Noir will be set in his own universe, but will be attached obviously to this this Venomverse. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, when they're introducing their Peter Parker, which is again reportedly happening, I think in Madam Web, where he'll be a little boy. Again, that is the plot of Madam Web. For those of you who didn't know, it looks like that the plot is all these spider women essentially protecting a baby Peter Parker from being killed in like this John Connors story as the main villain is after Peter Parker. Again, it's literally the plot of Terminator 1, which is pretty funny and pretty interesting. And this, I believe, is taking place in 2005 or so. No, I think it's 2008, while the next one, Venom 3, will be taking place in 2025, where I believe the Peter Parker will be about 17 years old, and there's a rumor that Peter Parker is appearing in Venom 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if they introduce the Peter Parker, do all of this type of stuff, right? The Spider-Man for their universe. And then by the time Sinister 6 happens, where we'll probably see Peter Parker in that, have to deal with the Sinister 6 in some, kind of way. And then what I'm assuming they're going to do is they're probably going to take it another step and introduce Silk, introduce Spider-Man Noir. I wouldn't be surprised by like 2028, they probably do a Spider-Verse live action. Like, think about it. We've had these 2 Spider-Verse movies that have done really well. The next Spider-Verse movie, I believe, will probably come out in like 2025. It's been delayed from 2024. So I believe it will be like midway 2025. Then I wouldn't be surprised if they said, look, 2028, a year or two after the Sinister 6 movie, they probably do a live action Spider-Verse where now you've got like Tom Hardy's Venom, the new Peter Parker, Spider-Man Noir gets introduced, you got Silk there as well, and they'll probably do more and more here. There's also a Miles Morales movie I forgot to mention, which is also reportedly in development, so that's kind of interesting, and I think that's actually going to be for Sony's universe and not the MCU, which is a little bit stupid. Again, doesn't really differentiate this Miles Morales from the one from the game. Again, that's what I spoke about in the last video, talking about the Miles Morales situation. The reason Miles Morales in the MCU would make a lot of sense is because it'd be a unique take on Miles Morales, where we get to see him with the Avengers and stuff like that. Instead, we're going to get to see the Miles Morales in the Sony universe, and it's probably going to be a very similar dynamic to how we see him in the video game, which is not very different. So I'm very interested to see how this, of course, does all go. Spider-Man Noir could be really interesting, and probably would be getting set up for a live-action Spider-Verse one day, so don't be surprised. In 2028, we'll probably revisit this video and be like, holy shit, this fat motherfucker from Australia was absolutely right. Someone give him a hand job. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Would you guys be excited and keen for a live-action Spider-Man Noir series? I'd very much like to know. Don't forget to subscribe to my sports channel and my IRL/vlogging channels. Links for them will be in the description down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.